started. Yeah, good luck O-level kids. Exactly. So, first question for tonight. We have an equation here. This is indices, huh? So we have an equation. I hope you all can see my screen. We have an equation here. It says solve square root 5 plus square root 5 plus square root 5 plus square root 5 plus square root 5. So 5 of this. And that's very important. Okay, you will see later why it's important that it's 5 of that and not 4 or 3 or 2. Equals to 5 to the power of 2y. Okay, so it's the answer. So when it says solve, that means you have to find the value of y. So is the value of y 3 out of 2 or 3 over 2? Is the value 3/4? Is the value 2/3? Or is the value half? I hope you guys have gotten your pencils and pens ready. You've got your notebook in front of you or foolscap paper or something to write on. You're from Brainy Mo. Okay, yeah, welcome. Anybody is welcome to join us. This is our Wednesday live stream. We've had a bit of a break recently because of the school holidays, the 1 week break, and then I think last week we had the crash course. Is this Sec 2? Someone is asking. Well, not exactly. I don't think they teach indices at Sec 2. Should be Sec 3 or Sec 4. Okay, so maybe I'll give you all a few minutes. Time on the clock now is 8:03. Can I go through at 8:05? Yeah. Okay, so maybe in 2 minutes time, we'll go through this set of questions. This question here. So today we only have 4 questions. So we'll take it a bit easy lah. Maybe I can do a bit of recap on indices lah before we actually get into the question itself. Okay, so some of y'all who are doing the O levels, I'm sure you would appreciate a bit of a recap on your indices. Okay, but today the topics that we're doing not just indices, there are other topics as well. Okay, so I hope you all have downloaded the notes from the Telegram channel. Okay, but if you haven't, no worries, just you can copy down the question that you see here. You should have a notebook or a jotter book, something where you do your working in. Time now is 8:04. 1 more minute. 1 more minute and then we'll go through the answer. Okay, so if you know the answer, you can comment, 1, 2, 3 or 4. Let's see if you're correct. Answer is 35. 4. Okay, someone says 4. Half. Okay, we'll see. We'll see. Dum. Okay, another person says 4. So maybe it is 4. Okay. So 30 more seconds and then I'll go through. I hope you guys have had your dinner. I'm feeling a bit hungry. I usually feel quite hungry when I do this live stream. I don't know why. Maybe going live just makes me hungry. Okay, let's go through the question. Still watching MasterMaths live even after my internship ended. Oh, fantastic. Yeah, you were an intern at MasterMaths, I assume. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful Wednesday evening. Okay, guys, so a bit of a recap on indices. So when we talk about indices, what exactly are indices? Indices, this is I always like to start my lesson telling this lah. Indices is the plural of index. A bit of English for you lah. Even though this is maths, but we need to know the English behind the language. So what exactly is index? What do we mean by index? Index here refers to the power. Okay, power. So for instance, if you have 5 to the power of 2y, this 5 here is the base. And the 2y over here is your power, or what you would call your index. Okay, so singular index Plural indices, indices. Okay, so when you go through this chapter on indices, they will basically talk to you all about the laws of indices. Basically, you are required to memorize the laws of indices. So what are the laws of indices? Maybe I can quickly go through here. Let me add a page. Okay, so the first law of indices, there are several laws. So the first law of indices is that when you have a power x times a power y, this gives you a to the power of x plus y. Okay, so basically same base, different indices. Different indices, you add them together. Of course, if let's say you have a to the power of x times a to the power of x, this becomes a to the power of x plus x, which is a to the power of 2x. Can see? So you add the indices together. The bases are multiplied together, but you will add the indices together. So that's the first law of indices. The second law of indices, if you have a power x divide by a power y, this will give me a power x minus y. Okay? So subtraction. Now, the third law of indices, if you have a power x and then you have a bracket, you have a bracket around the a power x and then you have a y outside. The y is also very small, so it's a power. What level is this for? Can show log rules. This is E.Maths. E.Maths we don't do logarithm. Okay, what level is this? This is Sec 3, Sec 4 O levels, guys. E.Maths, E.Maths. I'm not doing A-Maths. Sorry to disappoint all those who came here for A-Maths. Okay, so when you have in the third sentence here, the equation here, what happens is you are multiplying the x with the y. You multiply the x with the y. Now, if I have square root of a, this will be a to the power of half. A to the power of half. So the extension to this is, if you have x root, okay, so let's say now instead of square root, you have something that looks like this. Okay, so for square root, you know that for square root, this is a 2 right? This is a 2. So usually if it's a 2, we don't write it down, right? We leave it like this, right? So this hat that this a has to wear is the same as power half. This is what you call a fractional index. Fractional index. And the same laws apply to a fractional index. So like law number 1, law number 2, law number 3, they all apply even though the index is a fraction. Alright? But what if instead of 2 we have x? So very simple This one will be a to the power of 1 over x. Can you see that? And if let's say your a itself has a power, let's say your a is power y, this one will be a power y over x. So the y will be in the numerator and the x will be in the denominator. Alright? So getting a bit complicated but basically these are all the laws of indices I mean, you can just Google the laws of indices or you can watch YouTube videos, they'll teach you. Okay guys, what about negative indices? Negative index. So let's say I have a power minus x. This one is the same as 1 over a power x. Right? And finally, if you have a power 0, this will be 1. Okay, so anything to the power of 0 will be 1. Alright, so very quick introduction into indices, quick recap for those of y'all who are already experts at it. Okay, so now let's go into the question again. So they ask us to solve this. How? Okay, so I will rewrite the whole question first lah. So square root 5 plus square root 5 plus square root 5 plus square root 5 plus square root 5 equals to 5 to the power of 2y. Sometimes when I'm a bit lost, I rewrite the question. Sometimes, you know, the answer can come to me. Is this primary math? Oh no, did I name it as primary math? Sorry, this is secondary school math lah. Wednesday night is secondary school math. What's 1 plus 1? 1 plus 1, 2 lah. Akmal, you primary school or secondary school? If you primary school, switch off your handphone, go and study hard. Okay, don't play with handphone, okay? Okay, where was I? So, okay, so this one here, we can rewrite it as 5 times square root 5 equals to 5 to the power of 2y. Okay, can you all understand this? Anybody blur, don't know how I managed to get 5 times square root 5? If you don't understand, please comment, I don't understand. How did I get 5 times square root 5? Okay, nobody commenting, I don't understand. Okay, we will continue. So now, remember what I said? This one can be rewritten, isn't it? So let's rewrite that. So we have 5 times 5 to the power of half equals to 5 to the power of 2y. Now we're getting somewhere. Okay, who can tell me what must we do now on the left hand side? Let's see if we got any smart people commenting on our live. What must I do over here? Anybody? Instagram we got a few people. TikTok we got 40 something people. Add power, compare power on both sides. Thank you, dv/dx. Yes, so we must add together the power. So this one will become 1 plus half. Because don't forget, this guy over here, he's power 1. Okay, so the power 1 and the power half must add together. Some of you all know how to do, but the working all these are not proper. No, must have proper working, guys. Now you see why I put the 3 dots here. 3 dots here in maths is therefore, therefore. So this guy over here is now equal to this guy. You can throw away the 5. You can throw away the 5. Alamak, this one secondary lah. How to change? Can I change this? I'm in the middle of a life. I don't think I can change it already. Let me see. Let me see. Pause. Pause. Should I pause? Maybe that's why so many people are joining me, because all of them think this is primary school math. Unfortunately lah, guys, this is not primary school. This one secondary school. Okay lah, never mind. But if you are in primary school, you want to learn all this, by all means lah. Why not? So 1 and a half equals to 2y. So therefore y is equals to 1 and a half divided by 2. What is 1 and a half divided by 2? 3 over 2 times half, which will give me 3 quarters. 3 quarters. So the answer is Jeng, jeng, jeng. Option number 2. Just now I don't think I got anybody who said 2. I got a few people who said 4. So it's not 4, it's 2. Can? Any questions? Since when is indices taught in primary school? Maybe next time I open up a primary school, I teach indices in primary school. Actually, indices is very easy lah. I teach my 6-year-old son also, I think he will know. But I so far don't want to stress him out lah. Poor guy. Okay. So that's question number 1. Okay, so I've done the recap of indices for you all. See, who else want to do all this for you? Okay, let's move on to question number 2. So vectors, vectors also not found in primary school. They say here that AB is 2P, 5P. Okay, vectors, you all know vectors. The magnitude of AB is this. So find the 2 possible values of P. Okay, come, give you all some time to do. Let's see if you all can do. Primary school harder than secondary school. Yeah, I agree. Pythagoras, this one, yeah, somewhat lah Pythagoras. You have to use the formula for magnitude of a vector. Magnitude of a vector. Okay guys, time now is 8:18. At 8:20 I go through lah. I need to prepare for bedtime. Okay, please carry on. I thought you were an adult. You said you intern at MasterMaths. I've never heard of an adult going to sleep at 8:30. But hey, to each his own. You do you. Nowadays I want to sleep early also cannot. I toss and turn in bed, I cannot sleep. Okay, so some people have said the answer is 4. Okay, dv underscore dx, and then our friends on Instagram also say that the answer is 4. We'll see, we'll see. I won't tell you what the answer is now lah. We'll go through in a while. Okay, we will go through in a while. Let me do a quick recap on vectors. Just now we talked about indices. Now we move on to the subject of, or the topic of vectors. Are you teaching science or maths? I am teaching maths. This is maths. Vector is maths. Well, you can have vectors in physics as well, but this is vectors for O level lah. This is vectors for O level. MasterMaths. We are doing MasterMaths today. Alamak, my TikTok went down. Just now I had like 40 something people viewing. Now only 12 people. Guys, help me to like and share. Like and share, please. Please like and share my live. Thank you. Very sad. Nobody sharing my live. Share with your friends. Tell your friends, hey, Coach Nawas is on every Wednesday night. You all click like, then maybe more people will view my stream. How's the sound quality? Okay, I hope you all can hear me because I'm not using a mic. It's just my voice. Okay, I think I've given you all enough time. Okay, let's do a quick recap of vectors, guys. Dum di dum di dum di dum di dum. Dum 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 dum. Okay. Now, when we talk about vectors, okay, maybe I don't use black lah. Black very boring. Purple lah. When we talk about vectors, okay, what are vectors? Okay, so vector is a quantity. A quantity that has both magnitude and direction. So usually in maths, when you talk about certain quantities like volume or mass or length, all these got magnitude but no direction. So those are scalar quantities. So this one is branching into physics already lah. If you study physics, you all will know there are scalar quantities and there are vector quantities. So when we talk about vector quantities, not only are we interested in the magnitude, we are also interested in the direction. So the vector can be represented or can be specified in this format. Like this. So let's say AB, right? That means from A pointing towards B. Okay, and then got the arrow like that. This is how you represent the vector. Okay, you can also represent it in column vector form like this, A, B. So what does this mean? This means that it is moving A units in the X direction, DIR direction, and it is moving B units in the Y direction. Okay, guys, can understand? This is not primary school. This is secondary school life. We don't just teach primary school at MasterMaths. We also teach secondary school So I'm sorry if you thought it was primary school. Primary school is on Tuesday, not on Wednesday. Wednesday is secondary. So in terms of the vector, this is how we represent. So let me change to dotted line. So that means this will be A units. Because remember I said A units in the X direction. X direction is horizontal. And B units in the Y direction, vertical. Okay? So I hope everybody has a better understanding of vectors now, Can? Okay. Guys, help me to like and share my stream, please. Now, how do I find magnitude? So, this is how we specify the direction. Okay? But how do we specify the magnitude? We have to use a formula. So, the formula looks like this. It looks a bit like Pythagoras theorem. A square plus B square. In fact, it is Pythagoras theorem. Because if you look over here, what does this thing look like to you? Doesn't it look like a right angle triangle? Can see? Right angle triangle, right? So, the magnitude of the vector is here, is the hypotenuse. So, we have to take A square plus B square, we add together, we have to square root. Then we will get the magnitude. Can I understand? Okay, so let's go back to the question. So we are told that AB here is 2P, 5P. It's 2P in the X direction and 5P in the Y direction. So, and then the magnitude is this. The magnitude is this amount here. So let's try. Okay, so I know that the magnitude is this, right? So essentially it's like this 4p square plus 25p square equals to 5 square root 29 over 2. Can you all see that? So basically this is the formula. Your square root a square plus b square. This is your a, this is your b. So if 2p equals to a square is going to be 4p square, isn't it? And if 5p equals to b, so b square is going to be 25p square. That's why I got this thing here. Okay, what am I going to do here? I will square both sides. So when I square both sides, I will get 4p square plus 25p square equals to 25 times 29 over 4. Why? Because when you square 5, you get 25. When you square 29, when you square root 29, you get 29. And when you square 2, you get 4. Okay? So I hope you all understand what I'm doing here. Now, can I add these two together? Definitely I can. So I get 29p square equals to, okay, let's use a calculator for this. 25 times 29 divided by 4. What do you get? I get 181.25. So I'm going to divide it by 29. I get 6.25. So p square equals to 6.225. You divide both sides by 29. And your p will be plus minus square root 6.25, which is plus minus 2.5. Okay? So where is 2.5? There you go. 5 over 2. Can you leave your answer as 2.5? Yes, you can, but actually it's better to leave it as a fraction. Better to leave it as a fraction. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and change all the decimal to fraction. Because fraction is exact, you see. Fraction is exact. So, examiners prefer for you to leave your answer in terms of fraction. If you can. If you can't, then of course you can leave it as a decimal to 3 significant figures. Okay guys, if you're copying the solution, I suggest you copy this like that. Alright, so those who got 4, well done. I compared the P and what? And the 5 over 2 straight away, okay. All good? Alright, let's move on. We got 2 more questions to cover before the end of our live stream. What time is it now? It's 8:31. Okay, fantastic. Right smack in the middle of the live stream. Okay, again another vector question. Or is this yeah, this is a vector question. Okay, so we got one more vector question, and then we got, this looks like a sector question, area of sector, arc length. Okay, let's try this first. So maybe I'll give you all a few minutes to work this out. ABCD is a parallelogram. I hope you all know what a parallelogram is. A is the point -4 -2, and C is the point 60. BC equals to 4 minus 3. Find the coordinates of D. Guys, pro tip, trust me, you have to draw. You have to do a quick sketch of the parallelogram. Then you will begin to see it more clearly. You know, then you can understand the question better. Okay? So some people like to solve without drawing. I don't like that lah. For me, I like to do a quick sketch, just so that I know where everything is, where my A is and where my B, my C, my D are. Okay? So I would recommend you all do a quick sketch before you solve. Can? Okay, let's see if you all can do this. Okay, we'll go through this at 8:35 lah. 8:35. Will examiners mind if you draw? Of course not. No, they won't mind. I mean, it doesn't have to be part of your working lah. It can be something that you draw on the side, you know, just a quick sketch with pencil. But even if you include it in your working, no problem, no harm done. Okay, I think we can go through the question now. Okay, I've given you all quite a fair bit of time. Somebody has said that the answer is 1. We'll see, yeah? Okay, thank you for sharing the answer. Okay, we'll see. I don't have the answers with me right now. So this is, you know, I'm doing this live. I might make some mistakes. If I do, please correct me. Now, they say that ABCD is a parallelogram. So everybody should know what a parallelogram is and what are some of the properties of a parallelogram. So A is the point -4 -2. So as I said, I like to do a bit of a sketch first. Okay, so let me get my ruler out first. Okay, so that's the y-axis. Sorry, that's the x-axis. And this will be the y-axis. Okay, so this is y. This is x. A is -4 -2. So I'm guessing somewhere here. Okay, somewhere there lah. Okay, so this is your A. C is the point 60. Okay, so this is -4. This is -2. 6, 6, 0. So on the other side, 0. So on the x-axis itself lah. Okay, so this is point C. Okay, now they say that BC is 4 minus 3. 4 minus 3. So what does this mean? That means it's moving 4 units in the x direction and 3 units down. 4 units in the x direction and 3 units down. So I would imagine. So you see, you can actually work backwards from your C. You see, you can work backwards from your C. You can work backwards from your C. You see. Okay. What I mean is, we know that our C is 6, 0, guys. Can I go to my B? Can I go to my B? I can. Okay. But if you want to use your working of vectors, this is how you do it lah. So you know that C is the point 6, 0, right? So that means your OC, your position vector, is going to be 6, 0. And your BC is 4, negative 3. So can we find our OB? Yes, we can. How do we do that? We know that BC is equals to BO. BO here not referring to body odor. BO plus OC. So this is the rule of addition of vectors. Okay. How do we get BC? We take BO plus OC. Now, we don't know what BO is. We want to find out. But we know that OC is 6, 0. And we know that BC is 4 minus 3. So therefore, how do we do this? How do we get BO? BO can also be written as BC plus CO lah. To make it simple BC plus CO. So just now we say BC is 4 minus 3. CO will be minus 6, 0. Sorry I'm going on to the next page already. Maybe I should add a page lah. Add a page. Let me add a page. Okay. Let's work this out. Okay, so this thing here, let's move it back upstairs. Alright. So what is this? So this will be minus 2 minus 3. Can you see that? 4 plus minus 6 will be minus 2. Minus 3 plus 0 will be minus 3. So your OB will be 2, 3. Okay, I hope you all know how to convert from BO to OB. How to change from BO to OB. Now, why did I do all this? Because I want to find the coordinates of B. Okay, I have to find the coordinates of B before I can talk about finding the coordinates of D. Okay, 2, 3. So, where is OB? OB is going to be here. 2, 3, somewhere here. Now, again, always check your work and ask yourself, does it make sense? Okay, BC, does it look like it's going 4 units in the X direction and 3 units in the Y direction? Or 3 units in the negative Y direction? Yes, if you ask me, it is. Okay, let me draw it out for you, or let me point it out for you. See, this is my BC. This is my BC. Can see, right? Then this is 4 units in the positive X direction, and this is 3 units in the negative Y direction. Okay, so again, this is why I say sketching the parallelogram is very important. You sketch, and after you sketch, you realize, starting to make sense. It's like solving a jigsaw puzzle. Obviously, you know, it's like if you're someone who's visual, you need to have that diagram in front of you. Okay, guys, so where is our D? So our D, we should know that our D will be somewhere here lah. Of course, in the exam, all this has to be done very fast lah. That's why practicing is very important. Okay, so I now know that my AD needs to be parallel to my BC. Not only is it parallel, it will have the same magnitude as my BC. I mean, you would know this if you sketch the parallelogram. If you didn't sketch the parallelogram, a bit hard for you to know this. So AD is parallel to BC, and it's got the same magnitude. So what can I do now? So now I can say that OD is OA plus AD. You see? This is how we play with vectors. Again, why are we interested in finding OD? Because OD will give us the coordinates of D. Isn't it? OD will give us the coordinates of D. Do we have the coordinates? Do we have the coordinates of A? Yes, we do. So if we have the coordinates of A, we can find OA. Very easy, right? How? Go back. What is the A? A is minus 4 minus 2. So OA will be minus 4 minus 2 plus AD. What is AD? Just now I just said AD is parallel to BC because this is a parallelogram. So because this is a parallelogram, AB will be parallel to DC. AB parallel. AB parallel. So in other words, AD and BC, they are equal vectors, guys. They are equal vectors. Two vectors are equal when they have the same magnitude and the same direction. So we're going to put in 4 minus 3 there. Now, minus 4 plus 4, that's 0. Minus 2 plus minus 3, that's minus 5. So therefore, our coordinates of D will be 0, minus 5. So it's actually on the y-axis. It's actually going to be on the y-axis. So I should sketch it a bit more correctly. Let me resketch. So it's going to look like this. This is your minus 5. Okay. Hold on. Like this. Can't draw a straight line to save my life. There we go. Should use a ruler. Okay, anyway, that's my D. Hello, Dr. Maths, we missed you. Oh, yeah, I miss you too, man. Okay, so what are the coordinates of D? This one. So I think our friend Snake just now, he got it just now. He got it. Well done. Those of y'all who put in the effort and did it, doesn't it feel good when you get the answer? Feels very good, right? You get the answer. So the answer is 1. The answer is 1. Okay, a bit long lah the working. I know, looks a bit complicated, but yeah lah, what to do, This is life lah. You want to get your A1, A2 for E.Maths, jolly well must work hard lah. What's the mark on that question? They didn't say here, but I would imagine this is a 4 or 5 mark question. Yeah, at least 4 marks. At least 4 marks. Okay guys. Okay lah. Vectors, Vectors one of my favorite topics actually. Okay, last question for today. Time now is 8:47, just nice. We are about to finish, Our live stream today finishing at 9 o'clock, guys. Okay, the diagram below shows a circle with radius x cm. Wow, the diagram very small. Okay, let me zoom in for you. Okay, can see, so what are they asking? The circle is divided into 2 sectors. Yep, we can see that. The angle of the minor sector is theta radians. The perimeter of the major sector is thrice the perimeter of the minor sector. Find the value of theta. Give your answer correct to 3 decimal places. Okay guys, come see if you all can do. Let me redraw the thing for you all. How do I draw a perfect circle? Okay, let me use my coaster. Okay, so because the diagram seems a bit small, let me try and do this. Alamak, fail lah. Okay, never mind. How about I do this instead? I see if I can expand this thing. Okay, never mind. Let me try and do this again. Well, this is even worse than before. Okay lah, never mind lah, just freehand lah. You all know anybody who can draw a perfect circle freehand? Must we give the answer in terms of x? No. You're supposed to find the answer in, like, there must be a number lah. That's why they say give your answer correct to 3 decimal places. Oops. $3.142. Okay, let's try this out. So, the circle is divided into 2 sectors. The angle of the minor sector is theta radians. So this is the minor lah. This is the minor. This is the minor. and this is the major. And the perimeter of the major sector is thrice the perimeter of the minor sector. So guys, let's figure this out. What is the perimeter of the major sector? Perimeter of major sector. Okay, so obviously, if this is theta, this must be 2 pi minus theta, isn't it? Because one round around the circle, if you go one complete revolution, that is 2 pi radian. 2 pi radian. So if this is theta, this one will become 2 pi minus theta. Okay, you all see that? So how now? Okay, so we got to find the perimeter, right? Do you all remember the formula for arc length? Arc length is r theta. So this part here is your r theta. Okay. So the r is x. The r is x, and your theta is 2 pi minus theta. Okay, but don't forget about the other two sides here. Okay, so this r theta is for this, but we have to add this x and this x over here. Okay, I hope you all saw my hand. It made a cameo. So plus 2x. Okay, so this will be 2 pi x minus x theta plus 2x. Understand? Okay, so let's do the perimeter of the minor sector now. So the perimeter of the minor sector is going to be a lot easier. It's going to be x theta. X theta plus 2x. Okay? And we know that this guy is 3 times this guy. So can we put them in an equation? Yes, we can. So the equation is going to look like this. 2 pi x minus x theta plus 2x equals to 3 bracket x theta plus 2x. Okay? This perimeter here, we got 2 times 3. Then we equate them all together. Now we solve. Now we can solve. So this is 2 pi x minus x theta plus 2x equals to 3x theta plus 6x. Okay. How are we going to solve? Okay, let's figure this out. Let's move all the terms with theta to one side. So if I move all the terms to theta with theta to one side, I will get 4x theta over on the right side, because this guy I move over, he becomes from minus, he becomes plus, right? So this one move over, add with this guy, become 4x theta. Can see? Okay. Then this guy I move over here. So this will be 2 pi x minus 6x plus 2x. Okay, so now what do we see here? Okay, simple. We have 2 pi x minus 4x equals to 4x theta. Now somebody was saying, do you give the answer in terms of x? No, you don't. Why? Because at this point, you can pull out the x on both sides. That's why knowledge of factorization very important, guys. Knowledge of factorization very important. Alamak, they want to end my TikTok live. Hold on. Okay, let's continue. Okay, so we can cancel the x, and we will have 4 theta equals to 2 pi minus 4. So what is 2 pi minus 4? Take out your calculator. 2 times pi minus 4, and then you divide by 4. So I got 0.571. 3 significant figures, right? Or 3 decimal places, okay. 3 decimal places. Okay, so the answer is 0.571. Can see? So if you feeling a bit bored tonight, you go and draw a circle lah. You go and draw a circle, and then you go and divide it into 2 sectors. Okay, one sector 0.571 radian. Okay, and then you see, oh, this bigger sector will be 3 times the perimeter. Okay? You ate that question up. Wow. Do I know you? You sound like someone who I've met before. Okay, anyway, what time is it now? 8:58. Okay lah, 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Any questions? We're done, we're done with the 4 questions. So I will share this in the Telegram channel. I'll share this in the Telegram channel. For those of y'all who are inside, you can download the notes. I live in the UK. Okay. I hope you don't have to take the O-levels like all us poor souls in Singapore. Very sad. Must study so hard just to take O-levels. No lah, just kidding. Okay, so if there's nothing else, I'm also feeling a bit tired. I think you all can hear my voice. I've not been doing live stream in a while. So today must do again. Wow, 1 hour non-stop talking, a bit tough lah. Okay lah, if nothing else, I think that's all from me. Thank you for your attention this last 1 hour. Okay, if you all want to figure out how to do questions like this, is this Coach Irfan? No, this is Coach Nawas here, N-A-W-A-Z. I've been doing the secondary school life for the last few months lah. Coach Irfan doesn't do it anymore. Okay, so thank you for your attention. Hope you all can follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and as I said lah, these notes with the solutions will be shared in the Telegram channel. Okay, so if nothing else, bye bye guys, take care.